Good morning, Marnie here. It is Monday morning and I am going to show you some finished objects and some WIPs that I have going on right now. So finished objects are going to be more hats. I did several hats this weekend. I think I showed some of them on Saturday. I'm going to try not to repeat what I showed on Saturday. I didn't go back and rewatch the video. So to start off, and they are all Claire Bun beanies. Make sure I don't have any. Oh, I think that, nope, that's not a duplicate. Okay. So this one I just finished this morning, actually. And the this part right here I used, that's the light sage. And then this here is the, oh gosh, I want to say it's either a Loops and Threads or a Vantage Choice. I'm not sure. There was no ball band. I'm sure the ball band is long gone. But anyway, yeah, this one I finished this morning. This one I finished a couple days ago. I don't think that I showed it, or maybe it was last night that I finished it. I don't remember. But this is the aubergine, and then cinnamon cedar, and I've sold 2 of these hats, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm hoping to sell more. I can't remember the name of this colorway. Let's see. I have so many ball bands down here in the trash. I think this is the Lollipop Love. And this, I don't remember what that one is either. It's kind of a light peach color. If I happen to remember the names of some of these or can find a ball band, I'll try to put it over here, the name of it. Anyway, that's one. And then the next one is the darker version of that peach color, more of a coral-like color. And then this is the Lollipop Love down here on the cuff. Some people call it a cuff, some people call it a brim. I always call it a cuff for some reason. That's one. And then again with the Lollipop Love down here. And then this is a medium blue, and this is I Love This Yarn. Most of them are I Love This Yarn. If I don't use that, then it's usually like a Loops and Thread or Vantage Choice. I don't care for Red Heart. If it's all I have, I'll use it, but I don't care for it. So there you go. And this is using the light gray, and then this is the Birchwood Cottage, and I used a light gray pom-pom. And then I made one of the ponytail beanies, also the Claire Bun beanie. And again, this is the Birchwood Cottage. I don't remember what this is, just a brown color, but I don't remember the actual name of it. Yeah, I really love this. Okay, so those are my finished objects. As far as works in progress, I haven't actually worked on this for a while, but I made sure to keep my notes with it so I don't forget anything. I always keep my notes on index cards. And so for this, and if I remember, I'm going to try to put a picture of the old towel. I'm making a new towel, a bath towel. My old one just totally fell apart. I used it for a couple years. It was one that I made myself, and it was just strictly scrap yarns, and it was mostly like sugar and cream or Lillian cream, you know, those kinds of cotton yarns. I wanted to be particular this time because my favorite cotton yarn to use is I love this yarn, or I love this cotton. So that's what I'm using for this one, and it's going to be one solid color, because the first one was just all scraps, leftover stuff that I had, and I just, no rhyme or reason, just whatever came up next, that's what I just put it on there, and that's the towel that I used for a couple years until it completely disintegrated. So now for this one, I am using sage. It's one of my favorite colors. So this is the I Love This Cotton in the sage. And I am using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and this is going to be the Suzette stitch. So this is the start of it. And this is I think this is the length. And maybe, no, this is going to be the width. Yeah, I wanted it to be pretty wide. It's going to be long too, so I'm just buying a little bit here and there at a time. I think I have like 3 or 2 balls of this left. So that is my new bath towel, a work in progress. Right now I'm just using an old regular bath towel. I can't wait to get this done, but it's going to be a long time before I get it done because it's going to be big. Okay, so that's one work in progress. And then the next 2 projects, actually, just 2 small, well, I don't want to say small because I don't know how big they're going to be. They're just scrap blankets is all they are. And the reason why I'm making them is because when I take a nap, I don't actually lay down in my bed to take a nap. I sit in my desk chair and prop my feet on my bed. That is how I take a nap. I don't like to get too awful comfortable when I take a nap. But when I do take a nap in my desk chair, I get really cold, especially my feet and my legs. And so I always need something to cover up my feet and my legs. And so I'm making blankets just for that, just to like wrap around me, and just, I have a sweater that I tried to make. I tried my hand at making a wearable. It didn't go well. It ended up being way too big, and every time I put it on, it just fell off my shoulders, and it has arms in it. And so what I ended up doing, because I couldn't keep it up on my shoulders, I ended up just putting it together and sewing up the front. So it's basically a blanket robe, sweater robe, whatever, because I have to pull it over my head to wear it. And that's what I put on when I go to take a nap, because of the fact that I get so cold. And then I end up covering my feet with another robe. I don't want to take my blanket off my bed. I don't want to unfold any of my other blankets. So these are just for that. So anyway, no rhyme or reason. Again, but these are I Love This Yarn, Loops and Threads, Vanna's Choice. No Red Heart. No Super Savers. So this is a granny rectangle, and this is my, just what I've got so far. So this is what I've been working on. I started on it Saturday night, I think. Yeah, it was like Saturday night I started on it. So that's one WIP. And I'm using uh, 5.5mm hook. I'm using my 5.5. And then the other one is also a scrap blanket, but for this one I am using variegated print yarn, stripes, whatever, just not any solid colors. And it is a square granny square. So this is that so far, and I started on this yesterday. And for this one I am using a 4.5mm hook. So yeah, here's some of that lollipop love right there. I can't remember what this is called. Raspberry something. I don't remember what it's called. This is the bird song right here. So I like it. And I'm doing the turn your work every round because it just comes out way more even when you do it that way. And I love the way it looks. And I really don't have any strings. I won't have any strings to sew in except for the beginning and end, because of the way I use that knotted join, and just cut off the little pieces at the end. So anyway, that is my WIPs. Some of the leftover yarns that I'm using for the rectangle, like I have just bags of stuff and old projects that just really didn't go anywhere. I'm pulling those apart and using that. Just, you know, like I really don't have any plans for these Tunisian squares. I'm just gonna rip them apart, and I got a corner to corner that's not gonna go anywhere, so I'll use that. And just some leftover bits and bobs of yarn. This is an impeccable that's left over. So that is what I'm using. And then I'm also going to rip this apart since it didn't really go anywhere. This was, I ended up doing the colors wrong. When I looked at it, it just jumped out at me. And I'm the only one who would probably notice it. I imagine, you know, other people who aren't crocheters wouldn't have noticed it. But I noticed it. And it was like way back at the beginning of the project. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. So I'm just ripping this apart and going to use these yarns in that blanket. But nice and cozy. This was supposed to be a Christmas blanket. And more. This was a corner to corner, also corner to corner. A Tunisian. This was I think this was the Tunisian beehive. More Tunisian, and then some that I just, you know, rolled up. If I can't get hat cuffs, whatever, I'll get if I can get a hat cuff out of this, I'll use whatever's left over to put in the blanket, unless I decide to just put it in the blanket, which I might end up doing anyway, because I have an overabundance of hat cuffs right now. So that's going to do it for today for my WIPs and faux. Getting ready to start on another hat, finish some laundry, drink the rest of my coffee. I got just plain old hazelnut coffee in here. So anyway, that's going to do it. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope everyone's getting ready for Christmas. I have been ready for Christmas for well over a month now. I've gotten everything done. Got all my shopping done, all my wrapping done. Everything's upstairs. So for the rest of the week, all I'm doing is crocheting. And that's the way it's been for the past month, maybe even 2 months, because I've had all my stuff done for quite a while. Even the big, huge tablecloth that I made for my niece, I got that done 2 or 3 months ago, and it was huge monster. I'm not going to show any pictures of that right now. I'm going to wait until she gets it for Christmas and watch or put a picture of after she's spread it out on her table. She's putting it on a handmade table. It was something that her fiance's grandfather made. Anyway, I will show a picture of that after Christmas. So have a good day. If you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.